The old man held his grandson, but he sensed something was off. He kept glancing around the room. He started gesturing with his hands. He measured distances with his feet. Fenton thought his father didn't like the house. He liked it a lot. He wasn't pleased with the location. The three were confused. He moved luggage into a downstairs room. Brian clamored to go outside. He hoped Grandpa took him exploring, but the old man lacked energy. Jolene wanted him to rest longer. She soothed her son to play alone, but he was bored with those toys.
I hate my toys! I hate this house! I wish we never left Chicago!
Brian! Don't you ever let your father hear you.
Hearing Brian's loneliness, Loeb signaled they hide their playtime. He opened the door and left. Brian's attention was diverted. He quickly hurried after him. Fenton bought the land long ago. The first owners here were Native Americans. Brian explored nearby, imagining finding treasure they buried. At that moment, that globe dug up from the ground. Brian thought it a Native American arrowhead, but it was a railroad spike. Trains once ran here, including one called the express train, right around where they were crouching. Now it's all farmland. It's hard to track his route. Then Brian found a rusty part and wondered what happened here.
The Eyeball Express ran off its tracks.
Really? When did that happen?
Back when I was your age, Brian.
The train had derailed that night. No one aboard survived. Brian shocked hearing this and wondered whether Grandpa saw tragedy. But Globe motioned to be quiet and pressed his ear to the railroad track. Everything became quiet. He stared wide-eyed in fear, as if he had heard something. Then he glanced behind him, showing things were starting to go wrong. Brian didn't see what was coming. Globe quickly walked along the path ahead. If he recalled the train route, it would crash into them instantly. Brian gestured with his hands, noting their house was en route. Loeb sensed something was wrong. No wonder he felt there was all. Brian started up the toy and asked why the train derailed.
Some little boy about your age was waiting for the old 407 to pick him up and take him visit his grandpa in Sioux City.
The train was delayed. The boy lay down on the tracks to listen. He thought he wouldn't miss the train. He got tired listening. The boy slept on the tracks. Even when the train's whistle blared, it still couldn't wake him up. The brakeman noticed, and the boy immediately stopped the old train's wheels. But that sudden weight and pressure caused train derail, overturn. The little boy saw it. Train rolled down, 50 feet away from him. Fenton listened while father told the story. Passengers screaming, crying, no breath. Smoke got choked up. Brian guessed that the main character Globe confessed. And tonight, 407 train finishing what happened 75 years ago and take him where he belonged. Brian couldn't understand what it meant and wondered when Grandpa would come back. Globe explained, he won't be coming back. Then he understood. Fenton overheard inside. He thought Dad imagined things. There was no way a train would come through, let alone hit the house. So he stopped eavesdropping. Loeb ensured they wouldn't get hurt. But there wasn't time to move all out. If Brian wanted to keep anything, he better say so now. After thinking it over, he chose to keep his grandpa. Time passed. It was evening. High security driving route drawing. A doctor approached to interrupt, wanting to talk about the express train. He said there wasn't time, so they could move out valuables. They'd file insurance claim tomorrow. Doctor puzzled. How can he know the train's back tonight?
I used to do all the time as a boy. I put my ear to the track and I heard it. Now, don't you think we ought to get to evacuating this place?
Well, you really think it's going to stop for you?
Seeing them believe him, Globe pulled a train ticket. Brian took it and looked it over. The couple couldn't believe it. He had a 75-year-old ticket. The paper was yellowed and old. It said express train written on it. At that moment, Globe felt a sharp prick. The doctor gave medicine to sleep, but he couldn't fall asleep now. Otherwise, he would miss the train. The doctor said he could catch the next one and told him to rest. Brian yelled not to hurt Grandpa.
Sleep the first time! That's why he missed the train and the train missed him! That's why it's coming back!
Ben, you're hurting me!
Mom! Dad, you gotta do something!
Jolene couldn't explain, thinking it was for his good. Globe needed to get proper rest, but they didn't know that the train would pass right through here, and its wheels would run over him. Jolene tried to calm her son down. They won't do anything to hurt him. Fenton felt agitated, thinking this is how people get old. He didn't believe the train story. At the moment, Brian pinned the ticket to the wall, imitating his grandfather. Put ear to rail. Fell asleep. Suddenly it was dawn. Everyone was still lost in their dreams. A train whistle approached. The whole house began to shake slightly. Brian was startled by noise and hurried to look outside. A train was speeding toward them. He called his parents to wake up. The couple thought their son was in a nightmare and discussed who'd comfort him. Brian grabbed the ticket, ran down, woke his grandfather. He saw the train getting closer, but Globe still hadn't woken up until he shook his body. Loeb realized the train was coming. The couple rushed downstairs panicked and were stunned by what they saw. There was a train coming at them. Brian with luggage urged Grandpa to hurry and follow. Shocked, they froze in the living room. At last moment they realized. The car crashed into the house. The conductor waved. Globe couldn't help but walk forward. He was like a little kid. He missed this train 75 years ago. Jolene gasped. The way people were dressed then was different from now. The conductor said, "Tickets ready?" Brian quickly brought over the ticket. He wondered if he could go. Globe patiently explains, "I don't belong here. I have to get on this car tonight." About the stories he told before, Brian kept stories in his heart. "I will always be there." The two meet 100 years later.
I hope my ticket's still good. It's kind of old.
It always was good, Mr. Globe. And we've been waiting a long time for it.
After the tickets were checked, Globe turned to say goodbye to them. "Sorry for troubling my son." Much unsaid understood. He began his final journey home. They watched the train depart, waving goodbye, facing departure.